Emily and Julie, that's a tough act to follow. Awesome job. No, absolutely fantastic. And I want to echo the thank yous for Bob and Carolyn Pickey, who I will get into a little bit of our relationship. I've known them for about 35 years or so. And also thank you to Bill and Rosemary, Jane, and Randy. It's just going to be an awesome, awesome weekend. So you can tell the vibe is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So when Todd asked me to be his best man, the biggest concern I had was, how am I going to be able to give a meaningful best man speech in 60 minutes? Just kidding. We'll move it along.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I've met her for about 5 minutes, and this is the third time she's been busting my chops. So, when we've met Jenny a few times over the last year and a half, and I can tell you that this table over here is, they're a wonderful group of people, and their wives obviously equally as wonderful, but we went to Stonehill College, oopsie.
Yeah.
And we do this trip, we go to Nantucket every year, and probably about 10 to 12 of us, and we met Jenny really for the first time, and I just want to say how easy you fit in and how much fun it was from the first minute in Nantucket. And that had been hard to do when you're walking into this group of people that have known each other since 1990. So awesome right off the bat. I also have to say about Jenny and Todd is just how well they get along together and how much fun they have. I mean, this is a fun couple. They really are, and you saw that in Nantucket, and you see it now. The thing that struck me the most was, and probably the most impossible thing that Jenny did, is she got Todd to move out of Boston. So Jenny, let me tell you this. You got him to do that, you'll get him to do anything. Outstanding work. So, part of me as I take you through a timeline of Todd and I's relationship. We've known each other, well, let's see, I met Todd first on the baseball field when we were 10, probably. I think I gave Todd whiplash, all the bombs that I hit off him when he was pitching. Joking, that's not true. He actually threw strikes, they just were meatballs right now. So we met in physical science class, and actually I think we talked about this at my wedding, at our wedding. And it was tough for me because I was a Catholic school kid going to this big public high school. And Todd was the only one that would talk to me. So therefore, he's my best friend for life. See, that's all it took, Todd. So we found a commonality in sports. We just made a connection on sports, and we took that connection, and then we played baseball together. Actually, Todd was a good baseball player. And actually, for those of you who know Todd is very humble, like myself. And we noticed. So Todd actually led our JV team sophomore year in hitting, and I remember the average, 444. It's right pick, right? 444. The problem is, he played second base, I played first base. He never made a defensive play because every pop-up or grounder I made sure I took from him. So sorry about that. Also true. So we got through high school, and it's now time to look at colleges. And the interesting thing is, Todd, believe it or not, is much smarter than I am. So he's getting into all these great schools. I have my safety schools. All my schools are my safety schools. But somehow I got into Stonehill College. Anyone familiar with Stonehill College? Stonehill, beautiful. So I think the only reason why I got in because my last name was O'Leary. But Todd got in as well, obviously. And I want to say thank you, Todd, for going to Stonehill because that was where I was going. And so Todd decided to go to Stonehill. And we ultimately decided not to live together, even though we were good buddies. And one of the reasons why is because I knew I needed to have somebody that would be out there roaming around making friends. And I think that's one of the things about Todd that we all love, is he's the bridge to everybody about making friends, right? So I'm going to shift gears to Todd's parents for a second. And Mr. Lempicki, you might not be happy with me when I say this. So while we're at Stonehill, and there's many people at that table that were there, I decided to have a gathering at my house when my parents were away, a gathering. Well, the gathering got a little crazy, and there was somehow a hole ended up in the wall in my dining room. And I was freaking out because I'm now going to get in trouble. And so what do? We call Mr. Lempicki, who shows up the next day with his tools, the spackle, the paint. Never know that there was a hole ever, and my parents still don't know the story. So thank you, Mr. Lempicki, for saving me. So then we graduate from Stonehill, and now we're the big time. We graduate and we decide to move to Boston, to the North End, on Hanover Street. Todd and Bobby Canzano and I moving up into the North End. And what an experience that was. And what I really found out something strange is I didn't know Todd was like a pet lover. So think about this. He always wanted to have a pet. I didn't know this. And he probably still doesn't know this. So I'm away one weekend and I find out that Bobby and Todd decided to buy a bird. A parakeet. Now we're 21 years old in the North End. So anyway, they buy this bird and they call it Sven. I don't know why again. So now, if you know the North End is actually, everything's small, tight, and this was an old school North End apartment. We had one heating source. It was from the stove, the side of the stove, that heated up this apartment. That's an important fact, I'll tell you in a second. So then, about 3 weeks later, I'm home again for the weekend, and I'm talking to Todd. I say, Todd, I'm going to be coming up. I'm coming back a little bit. He goes, oh, there's something wrong with Sven. My nickname was John. Something wrong with Sven. I go, what's wrong with Sven? He goes, he's kind of shaking. I go, he's probably cold. He's a parakeet. It's like 49 degrees. And he goes, oh no, he's shaking. He's dead. Pretty sad, right? So anyway, and Todd found that very sad too, because he was very attached to that bird. He kept him, well before Ted Williams went into cryogenics therapy. He kept him in the freezer for about 6 That is the first and last parakeet that Todd wanted.
Don't buy a dog. We're getting a dog.
So now let's fast forward. We're all starting to get married. What do marriages bring? Bachelor parties. Pick holds the record because, again, such a great guy. Everyone wants to be with Pick. Everyone's inviting Pick to bachelor parties. He holds absolutely the record for the most bachelor parties ever attended. You know the record you hold? The most bachelor parties you've ever had. Like, you've had 5 here in this 1 year. We keep taking Pick out to bachelor parties. It's outstanding because, again, he has so many friends. It's outstanding. And then, moving on, and I'll wrap up with this. And I will get emotional because The Notebook, great movie, Rachel McAdams, Ryan Gosling. I cry every time I see that movie. So, I meet my lovely wife, Kirsten. Todd obviously was my best man. Obvious choice. And then we started having a family, and Todd was my godfather and my middle son. And at the end of the day, what's the common theme here? The common theme is that he was there every step of the way of my journey, of all my important moments. He was the brother that I've never had. He is the brother I've never had. He is somebody who takes the good with the bad. He's the one who keeps me in line, as these folks know. He's the one who tells me to turn down the music at 1 a.m. He's the one that makes sure I don't get thrown out of places. Just kidding. But he's also the one that makes you feel good. So you said it best. He never laughs. He laughs hard at jokes, no matter they're good or they're bad. He makes you feel good. And for that, Todd, I thank you. I love you. And I'd like you to raise your glass. I don't have a glass. Thank you. Todd and Jenny, may your journey, just as Todd and I's journey, be much less boring than ours. And may you love each other as much as we love you. Cheers.